Toss me granddad's hammer.
This is dangerous.
Come on.
Health and safety violation.
Look at that!
You have to say nothing but yes.
So that's why the teeth are so close together. It just gives you a nice fine cut. Good morning, my YouTuber friends. And what a beautiful morning it is. Look at it. Birds are singing. Farmers over in the field ploughing. Anyway, this is the job at hand today. So yesterday I just roughed out the pond, so that's approximately the level that I want it to be. I've also, as I said the other day, that's my finishing height there. So I want the this little catwalk, which is going to come and join the main part of the composite decking. I want it to finish at that grass height there. So that's where I've set my block, and I've worked out the level to here. This is not a special kind of implement. It's something that the gentleman of the house made up for something, I don't know. It's got some digger teeth on there, and anyway, I just wanted the spike, so I've borrowed it. So that's my finished height there. So I know this is level here. You want to make sure as well that it's not too deep off the back, because the soil does drop away. But I've checked it and it's fine. It's about, at the back edge there, it's 300, so that's perfectly acceptable. You see here I've just kind of set out roughly my my area. So the entire area is 3.6 by 3.6, so it's the same that way, and I've done it that way because the boards are 3.6, so it just makes it easier. There's less cutting, isn't there, you know, when you don't have to cut the boards down. So I'm going to do the outside framework, and then I know exactly where my posts are going to fall, because actually I've decided I want it right in that corner there, just a bit of support. So I'm just going to use the nail gun just as a temporary fix, and then I'll put turbo screws in after the whole thing is finished and secured to the posts. But for now, it just gives you a bit more movement, and I can just square up after that. So let's do that. And the last one. So this is it set out roughly, guys. Now I just want to make a few critical points. So first of all, you can see that I just jacked it up. I was going to put some struts up just to hold it, but I've got those in place, and I'm going to be putting the post in straight away, so I don't need that. So just these little chocks underneath to level it up would be fine. But you must make sure that you measure it from corner to corner, because if you don't, you will probably get an inaccurate reading with your square. So do use the square as well, but don't rely solely on the square, because some of these timbers are bowed and you will not get an accurate reading. You can see this one, that's really badly bowed. So when I put my post in, I'll just bump it out to the right distance. That'll straighten it out. So first thing to do is get your level set, get it all level all the way around, and I'll show you what I mean. So that should be level there. That should be level there. That should be level there. And that should be level there. So once you've done that, use your square to just get it as accurate as you can, but then measure from corner to corner. So from that point there, right on the point, all the way over to here, the other point, and that is 50.87-ish. And then measure it from that point all the way over here. And that's the same, 50.87. So the next job is to get this post, and I'll show you what I've done with the posts, guys. So I had some oak sleepers, and I thought, hey, they'll do for posts if I split them down with my biggest rip saw. So I did. So I split 5 down, and look at what I've done to these. It's all belt and braces here, guys. So I've got this, it's called liquid rubber. So I've put it on the end of my posts so that it will endure and won't rot out. And of course, it being oak as well, it's much better than softwood. So that's my next job, is to dig these holes out and concrete these posts in. But now that I know I've got it level, we're all good to go. So I just realised that I've been filming on myself, but the record was not on. So as I was saying, and I've just brought all these up here, but you won't have seen that, but it wasn't that scintillating anyway. So I've dug all the holes out. So it's all ready to receive, and I've made sure that I've squared it up so that my platform is perfectly square. And so now I'm going to sort of temporarily fix, to sort of do it with a nail gun, but afterwards again I'm going to do it with the turbo screws, because these thin wire nails, pass load nails, they're not really man enough to suspend it. They will for a time, but they'll rot through, so you've got to really put in some thicker screws. Right, let's get on with that. See if the battery was on. just going to check my levels as well. Yeah. Yep, I'm liking that. Coming on. Yeah, this wood is very warped.
You ready?
Yep. It's nice, mate. Now Andrew's working at the wet end.
The bog end, mate.
The bog end, yes.
Oh, look at this, guys.
There you go.
Oh,
Look, see? Don't say I don't do nothing
he
for
cares,
you.
What, he cares.
I care for you. I care for you. Right, get that screw in. Right, 35.05. I'll just do it slightly off.
Oh, lovely.
Toss me granddad's hammer.
This is dangerous.
Come on.
Health and safety violation.
Look at that! Woohoo! Right.
It's right hard enough. Grandad's hammer. Whoa! He did it, boys!
And Andrew has just pointed out to me that probably throwing hammers to one another is probably not the best thing for health and safety, which is kind of a fair point. Right, give me that.
Oh, it's just a bit twisted, isn't it?
Andrew, is we will just, because they are just spiked.
Yeah.
I did actually say this in another YouTube video, so I just spiked them on the oak posts. So now I want
Pilot
to do
and
it properly. Yeah, so if you can pilot and drill it, please, mate. And then we will put some membrane underneath this, weight it down.
What one? A sham? I'm going to get that one. Big
That's
rocket weight.
that's your problem, mate. I
Oh.
really don't care. Beautiful. So morning, folks. So this last bit of timber I'm putting in. Andrew's not here today, so I'm just going to carry on my own. I think that's coming to the end of its days, I think. You hear the geese? There they go. Get it together, guys. You want a V shape. Okay. So now what I've got to do is put in what you would call in the south my noggins. I don't know why they're called noggins. Up here they call them dwangs. It's in Scotland they call them dwangs. I don't know why they call them dwangs either. Any comments there on why in Scotland we call the bits of wood in between the timbers dwangs? I don't know. Let me know, please. Anyway, oh yes, just before I forget as well, so I want to remember on Friday, because these timbers are a bit warped and twisty, I had to set the post away a little bit, so I put a string on there, lined it through and made sure that the post was set back so that when I pull that in it's going to be perfectly straight. So what do I want? I want to drill, got to pilot them out because, as you know, I'm sinking it into oak and it's extremely tough, extremely hard, so you need to pilot a drill first. So let's do that. tight. And that's a bit closer, so I'll draw it out a bit more. That's pulled in nice and tight now. Helpfully, I put all the wood, all the composite in the way. Well, it's not in the way exactly, it's just a bit too close for what I want to do. Different one in, guys. Just get a little bit more in there. Right, okay. That's pulled that up nicely, nice and straight. And so now I just need dwangs in between. Right, so in the words of Blue Peter, here's one I did earlier, but not with double-sided sticky tape or sticky back plastic. No, it's with a nail gun. So I know that I've screwed these other joists in with these turbo screws, but I'm just going to nail these noggins slash dwangs. So I've done the bridge here, so I've doubled up the wood on either side and put my dwangs in there. They're 800 centres, I think that's enough. I've kind of jumped along it and it's fine. I wouldn't say it's not springy, but it's very stable and it's very firm and secure, so I'm not going to do any more to that, but I'm going to show you just how I nail these in, because you'll notice that they're kind of like stepped. And why do I do that? Well, it's so that you can nail them in either side, so it gives you a nice firm fixing rather than spiking it into the side. So it's better to do that. So I've just got my string line up here, and I'm going to do one either side. So let's get on with that. I've cut all my bits of wood. You don't want to see that, guys. Right, and that is it. So, first thing to do when you start this is you've got these little clips, stop end clips. Now then, it's a very quiet day. No wind blowing, is there, Andrew?
No wind this time, guys. You're safe with us.
No wind. And you'll notice here, well, we've got a double privilege today, because not only are we going to watch how Andrew prepares to lay this pond liner, we're going to see me fitting the decking. So I promised Andrew that to my YouTubers that Andrew would be on the job tomorrow. So I've been very, very much looking forward to this, mate.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So they come to love you, mate.
Oh, you know.
Come to love you.
I love myself sometimes as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, with a face like that, you know, that only a mother could love.
Oh, you hurt me feeling inside. Oh.
I have used Grono decking before, but this is a new one from through Juicen. So it's a nice colour. We felt it would match the surroundings, and it's very effective as a board. Looks quite like the real thing. So anyway, let's get on with this.
This company that did the decking and everything. You have to say nothing but nice.
Right. You reckon you've finished, do you?
Just this to fit, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So I don't think I've shown any footage of me cutting this composite board. So just a couple of things to bear in mind when you're cutting this plastic or composite board. You need a multi-material blade. You can see it's quite fine tooth. So it just makes sure that the plastic is not getting ripped and chipped. So that's why the teeth are so close together. It just gives you a nice fine cut. Right, so how am I going to do this? Well, I've got my template, and I'll show you the procedure. bit of a bounce, but you would expect that. It's a 4 metre span, so